Recognizing a covert narcissist woman can be challenging, as she may initially come off as vulnerable and insecure. The subtlety of her narcissism, coupled with her innate ability to manipulate situations, can make it difficult to discern her true nature. A hallmark of covert narcissism in women is the subtle yet pervasive use of passive aggressiveness. This trait sets them apart from their overt counterparts, who are more likely to exhibit direct and open aggression. Passive aggressiveness in a covert narcissist woman manifests itself in various ways, often so deviously that it can be easily overlooked or misinterpreted. She will deliver backhanded compliments that seem harmless at first glance, but carry an undercurrent of criticism or negativity. For instance, she could compliment a colleague's promotion, but hint at it being more about luck than merit, thereby undermining the achievement. Another manifestation of passive aggressiveness is the silent treatment. Instead of expressing her dissatisfaction or hurt openly, a covert narcissist woman will often resort to silence as a form of punishment. By withholding communication, she places the other person in a state of unease and uncertainty, exerting control over them without uttering a word. Subtle sabotage is yet another weapon in the covert narcissist woman's arsenal. She will deviously undermine your efforts or achievements, especially if she perceives them as a threat to her self-esteem or superiority. For example, she will downplay your successes, belittle your ideas, or even interfere with your work or personal life. What makes these behaviors particularly draining for those on the receiving end is their maliciousness. The covert nature of these actions can make it hard to pinpoint the source of the tension, leaving you feeling confused, frustrated, and emotionally exhausted. It's like a psychological fog that keeps you off balance and uncertain, which is exactly where the covert narcissist woman wants you. A defining characteristic of a covert narcissist woman is her tendency to adopt a victim mentality. This is a crucial part of her emotional strategy, serving as a manipulative tool to gain attention, sympathy, and advantage from others. The victim mentality of a covert narcissist woman is an intricate web of self-deception and manipulation. She isn't just playing the victim. She genuinely believes that she's being victimized on a level that others can't comprehend. This sense of unique struggle underpins her interactions and becomes a recurring theme in her narrative. She might, for instance, portray a minor disagreement with a friend as a significant betrayal, amplifying the incident to paint herself as the aggrieved party. Her recounting of the event will be skewed to evoke sympathy and rally support for her cause, in the process isolating the other person. Similarly, a covert narcissist woman will frequently complain about how hard she works and the lack of recognition she receives. She will lament the long hours she puts in, the sacrifices she makes, and how her efforts go unnoticed or unappreciated. This narrative serves a dual purpose. It allows her to garner sympathy and admiration for her struggles, and it subtly undermines others by implying that they don't work as hard or sacrifice as much. This perpetual state of victimhood is a potent weapon in the covert narcissist woman's arsenal. It allows her to manipulate others into catering to her needs and desires, all the while maintaining an aura of innocence and vulnerability. It also provides her with an excuse to avoid taking responsibility for her actions since, in her mind, she's always the victim, never the perpetrator. While empathy is the cornerstone of meaningful and deep human connections, it's often glaringly absent in the interactions of a covert narcissist woman. This lack of empathy, however, is not always evident. A covert narcissist woman will initially come across as empathetic and understanding, but this facade crumbles when it no longer serves her interests. The lack of genuine empathy in a covert narcissist woman is a complex puzzle. On one hand, she is remarkably skilled at mimicking empathetic responses when it suits her. She might express sympathy or concern when someone shares a distressing experience, creating an illusion of understanding and compassion. However, this display of empathy often lacks depth and is short-lived. For instance, she might comfort a friend going through a tough time, offering kind words and seemingly empathetic responses. But once the conversation shifts away from her or no longer feeds her need for attention, her interest dwindles rapidly. Her lack of genuine concern becomes apparent, leaving the other person feeling unheard and invalidated. Another manifestation of her lack of empathy is her inability to share in the joy or success of others in a genuine manner. A covert narcissist woman will downplay or ignore your achievements, especially if they overshadow hers or do not involve her. She is unable to relate to your happiness because her emotional landscape is centered around her experiences and feelings, to the exclusion of all else. Manipulative behavior serves as the bedrock of a covert narcissist woman's social interactions, enabling her to maintain control and ensure that things always sway in her favor. She never hesitates to employ tactics such as guilt, shame, or fear to manipulate others, skillfully disguising these maneuvers within everyday conversations and actions. A covert narcissist woman's manipulation is often so subtle and nuanced that it can easily slip under the radar. For example, she will guilt-trip a friend into canceling plans with others to spend time exclusively with her. By subtly implying that the friend is neglecting her, she manipulates them into doing what she wants, all while maintaining an innocent facade. Fear is another weapon in her manipulation arsenal. She might create a narrative where her partner feels constantly on edge, subtly suggesting that they are fortunate to be with her and could not find anyone better. This tactic keeps the partner in a constant state of insecurity and gratitude, making it easier for her to control the dynamics of the relationship. She may also use shame as a manipulative tool, belittling or criticizing others to make them feel inadequate or unworthy. By undermining their self-esteem, she can exert control over them and influence their actions and decisions. Unraveling the intricate secrets of a covert narcissist woman presents a formidable challenge, given the subtlety, complexity, and often deceptive nature of this form of narcissism. The nuanced behaviors, manipulative tactics, and lack of genuine empathy can be difficult to decipher and even more challenging to cope with. However, by educating yourself about this personality type, recognizing the signs, and understanding her manipulation tactics, you can equip yourself with the knowledge necessary to navigate these relationships more effectively. While it may be a complex journey, with the right tools and mindset, you can maintain your emotional health and ensure your interactions are as healthy and balanced as possible. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.